Hello and welcome back to Vintage Treasures. And today I wanted to do something that I've been working on for a bit, and there's still a little bit of work to do. But I wanted a carded figure. Like there's a place in my collecting space where I needed something there, and it was in my turtle section. So I wanted a carded turtle figure, something that I wanted truly, and something I've had my eyes on for a while is really any Bebop and Rocksteady related figures. So I had a couple choices. There's Bebop as a caveman, no Rocksteady. There's the robotic ones, the regular ones, and there's the wacky action ones. And I have most of the wacky action turtles. So I said, you know what? I'll look into that. And I looked for a bit under cards and boxes and stuff like that, keywords in eBay. And actually, before we get into this will be important. I purchased this card here. The colors are very vibrant on this. Light kind of drains it out in on the camera. So we have Wacky Action, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Machine Gunning, Rocksteady, and this card is nearly mint. I mean, it's unpunched for one. It's unpunched. Like, it's still connected. We have some pre-production picture of Rocksteady there. I could tell it's pre-production because of the paint application. There's also extra paint application that's not on the final version, which is what they do when they pitch this to Playmates to put into general manufacturing for the masses. Millions of figures. They put a little bit more detail into these, and then they basically dumb it down a bit for the, general sales to keep it cheaper. We have some artwork here, which I love this. I mean, he has one of his accessories here, which he does come with right here. And he looks like he's fighting Raphael. We also have Michelangelo and Donatello coming out of the sewer. And another little artwork of him right here. No Leonardo. And if you look on the back, we can see we have our talking turtles. A little bit of instructions on like what we're getting here with the accessories a bit. And if you want to read that, you can pause it and read it. And then we have the the head dropping turtles. This is weird how they organize this, because we have the head dropping turtles, which are not the wacky. They're not the wacky action turtles. The wacky action turtles, I think, came out before these did, so they kind of separated them a bit. But I have all four of these with varying degrees of accessories, and I'm actually missing all of these, and I hope to change this one. Well, I guess I already have, and then we'll get into that later though. We have his file card here, and it looks like we have 2 pizza points. I think I could still send those in, get some cool posters or whatever. Probably not. And looks like we have a price tag. I wish I got this figure carded in this condition for $2.98. But speaking of carded, there is something very obvious here. I mean, the figure's not here. The figure's not here. The booklet is to the accessories, and we're missing a gun, which is the last thing I have to do to have this complete. And it is open, and I can actually slip this out. So my plan here, since the carded figure by itself, if I were to buy it new, is at the very least $100 if you were lucky. So very expensive. So I picked this card up for about 20 bucks off eBay. And it's in really good condition. Let me give you a side profile of that card. It's very straight. Like, it's almost brand new, minus it missing the figure and one of the accessories. So after I purchased this, I purchased the gun, I purchased the figure, because it is missing one of the guns down here. I noticed that before I bought it. It's almost not noticeable, because this here in the picture kind of looked like it was there. But I did catch it before I purchased it, and I still purchased it because it was a good deal. And all in all, after I buy the figure, the gun, and this card, after taxes, shipping, I paid a little bit over $40 for everything, which I think is good. And I do plan on resealing this card. When I reseal it, if I eventually go to sell it, I'm not going to pretend that it's brand new. I will tell whoever I sell it to that it's a mismatch of different ones that I've kind of re-carded, which I can do. I've done it sometimes where I like put figures back in to their cards, and it's a good alternative. I mean, it doesn't happen very often that you get a card like this, but when you do, you can usually reseal them, especially when they have, this one has 2 accessories, 2 have 3 accessories, which is a pretty good deal, and it has its little pamphlet, which is still taped to the back, and it's plastic, so it's like, it's brand, it hasn't been touched at all, and this card's very nice. So, now that I got that out of the way, let's see what's in this package. I did rip the label off this time around because I couldn't really get a good angle on this from the back. So I'll just open it from the front. By the way, I paid about $10 for this. I'm about to show you. I mean, I'm guessing you can guess what it is. We can get this open. This tape is really tough. Jeez. I promise this. Jeez, it's like they taped it with Gorilla Glue. Just put some there. I don't want to do that. Alright, close enough. There it is. Put that box to the side. Boom, there it is. Machine, Gunnin, Rocksteady. I don't know, I couldn't think of that. I was gonna say Bebop. So yeah, let's take this out of here. It's in really nice condition. The horn's a bit scuffed, so I might have to paint that a bit, or I'll leave it, I don't know. But this figure's in relatively nice condition. Like, there's no scratches on the back here. Usually there's scratches here. The face is very nice, except for that horn, which I knew there's going to be a bit of scuffing on since this isn't a carded example. Also has the belt. Not a whole lot of scuffs or any of that. But let's look at that mechanism. Let's see if that mechanism works still, because I know these... Alright, let me try to figure this out and then I'll show you. Okay, so I winded it a bit. Maybe need to wind it a bit more. Well, you get the idea. He's supposed to punch. If you touch it a bit, it'll still, yeah, it'll still go. I have to make sure it's unwind before I put it in the card. But yeah, this is good. This is what I wanted. Now you'll notice it didn't come with the gun. I knew that, and I actually had to purchase the gun, which I paid about $10 for after shipping and fees. Which, you know, it sucks. This could have been $30 if it came with the gun, but still for $40, it's worth it to me. And let me know in the comments if you agree that it was worth it. Now, what's funny is this belt right here reminds me a lot of a belt from another character. If I can get him off the shelf here without knocking anything over. We have Sergeant Bananas, which they have very similar belts. Actually, I think that knife is somewhere on his belt, and he has a knife on his belt as well. Like machine gunning Rocksteady there. I thought that was a bit funny. But the paint on this is very 90s. A lot more 90s than what we got in '88, the original mold. And it looks like we have some more defined detail on the spine. It just looks more like a rugged rhino. I mean, he's got like stitches on his face. That band-aid's painted. I did not expect that to be painted. But it is the same color as the gum, so I guess it didn't cost too much to do it, but it is a great amount of detail on that. After I give this guy a good cleaning, make sure there's no fingerprints on it, I can get it in that card back there. Now, I don't often do videos like this where I'm in the middle of a process, but I decided to do it now since I've done so much and I don't want to have to waste your time and make a really long video. But there will be a part 2 of sorts, I guess, to this video. So keep an eye peeled for that. Maybe subscribe so you can see that when it comes out. And I plan on showing him carded. I'll have the gun, I'll have everything cleaned up, I'll have everything glued together. I don't want to do it on camera because it's already stressful enough doing it by itself, and you could easily mess stuff up, so I'd rather just do it off camera and show you guys. But I will show you guys because I've been wanting to do this, and it's been a process waiting for everything to come in the mail. It will be a little while because the person who sold me the gun is on vacation. It told me when I bought it, but I was fine with that because the gun was cheaper than the other guns, so I could wait for that. But in the meantime, I gotta clean this figure because it's pretty dirty, and I did clean the card already. There was a bit of dirt on it, kind of surface dirt. You can't really see it, but it makes the card shine a bit more. But if you enjoyed today's video, please consider subscribing to the channel, especially if you want to see that update video on my channel. I upload content like this every Wednesday on vintage toys or VHSs, yard sale hunts. I'll do haul videos, figure reviews, obviously Turtles, I'll do He-Man, whatever, you know, anything you can think of from the 90s, the 80s, and some from the 70s. I'll do it on this channel if I find it at a yard sale for a good price, or on eBay, as you can see in this video. And have a great rest of your day or night, and goodbye.